friends, how's it going? It's Miss Ashley with the Crave Art Club and your Creative Avenue. And I was just over in the Homeschool Sisterhood with Anna Willis. She's awesome. And if you guys are homeschooling and you want some more help from a Christian faith sort of perspective, the Homeschool Sisterhood is awesome. So go check it out. I was just doing an art project with them over there with some of the word art I do. So you guys, I'm going to pull you up on my phone, but many of you know that I post my hashtag Sunday Church Notes here all the time. And Anna, I haven't done them for a little while though. That's a problem. But Anna had seen them and asked if I would hop on and teach her kiddos in that group how to do some word art. So I did, and we had such a good time. We did it based off of a song. And so that was really cool. Sorry, I'm just pulling you up over here. But I didn't finish it because I was checking out all the other kids' art and celebrating them, which was awesome. But I didn't get mine done, so I thought I'd hop over here and do it with you guys and finish it up a little bit. All right, cool. There we are. There we are. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, my screen's doing weird stuff, y'all. Hold on. So anyways, we are just going to add some color, and we are going to add a few more words. And I got to get rid of this weird thing that popped up. Okay, cool. So I'm going to take you guys down to the tabletop. And if you guys have any questions, I know we have lots of kiddos at school right now, so they are probably not watching. But that's okay. You might catch a replay. Most people catch a replay. And just write replay in the comments if you catch the replay. And then we're just going to have some fun with a little watercolor for like 15 minutes or so. Not too long, but just a little fun art for the morning. So we were talking about what we have to be thankful for and basing it off of a song by 33 Miles called Thank You. So if you haven't heard that song, check it out. But I am just down here adding a little bit of coffee to my letters because these are some words that were in the song. And then I'm just going to paint it. So I don't know if any of you guys have tried word art. Let us know in the comments if you've ever tried any sort of word art or letter art. I love to do art with letters and words because it's fun for me. It's relaxing. I like going from nothing to having something. I think that's exciting. So let me know if you guys have ever tried word art or you want to get into doing more word art. I do this a lot. I also have my Facebook page that I never post on anymore, but there's some cool art that's up there from my Picture It in Words page. I just don't post on there anymore because I'm here instead. So I've been doing word art for a long, long time, most of my life. I realize I didn't know it at the time in my younger years, but now I do know that I've been doing word art for a long time. Here's what I did with my word good. I'm filling it up with coffee because this is a coffee cup. It's supposed to be pouring into the letters and, you know, it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like I have a weird spoon. It'd be like in those highlights magazines where you had to find the funny items in the hidden pictures and you were like looking for the wooden spoon. That would be the wooden spoon. You're like, oh yeah, now I see it. Okay. So I just added a few splashes of coffee splashing up. It's like the coffee's pouring the goodness into the word goodness, right? I'm going to add a few other words around here. I definitely want to write Ephesians. This is, I think, what the song was based off of. This Bible verse, Ephesians 5:19 through 21. So whenever you guys see my church notes, they usually have some sort of a Bible verse on there to remind me where to find it. And so I'm just going to write a few more words on here. I will sing. Oh, I need some musical notes. So we had kiddos that said, I don't write letters yet. I can't do letters. And so we just said, draw pictures. So if that's you and your kiddo and it's too hard for you to write letters, you can draw pictures to help you remember things and whatever. So there we go. If you're on, say hello. I'd love to say hi to you. I'm going to pull up my window for my comments because I just realized it's not up. Okay, there we go. All right, friends. So I'm just going to do a few music notes, and I don't do music at all, so I don't know if any of these go the right way, the wrong way. There's a better way. There's probably a different way. I can guarantee that much. There's got to be a different way. So I don't know. I'm just going to play with it and have fun, and for me, it doesn't really matter because I know that this means music. So all that really matters is that I know that it means music. Nobody else needs to know that it's not exactly perfect. And that's another thing. If we're worried that we're not artists, you don't have to be an artist to have fun doing doodles. And this is a great way to learn and remember things. So that's why I do it for my church notes, because otherwise I would forget everything I learn in church. Because it's a lot of words in a short amount of time, and I would forget everything. So that's why I love to do my Sunday church notes. So if you guys have seen my hashtag Sunday church notes, put a little, I've seen them in the comments, and let me know. I do like doing them. My kids have gotten into them lately. That is a very funny note. My kids have gotten into doing them on, that looks a little weird, on Procreate. We've been playing a lot with Procreate lately. Oh, and you guys, guess what? I haven't even told the members in my club this yet, but in the Crave Art Club, we are doing pop art this month. They know that much because they've been doing it. But we have a bonus at the end of every month. And this month, our bonus is going to be from Finn. Finn's my kiddo. He's 9. But he's going to be doing the bonus in the club this month because he wanted to do something on Procreate pop art style that he's been working on. So he's going to teach everyone that, which will be super cool. I need a clock in here because we learned to pray over our time, and I need a clock. And I know Miss Anna from the Homeschool Sisterhood, which if you guys, I said this in the beginning, but if you are a Christian family or a family of faith that is looking for more of that in your homeschool, Anna Willis has this amazing group called the Homeschool Sisterhood. And they do book clubs and gatherings on Zoom calls. And she had something going on recently, a convention. It's not called a convention. But anyway, she was doing recipes in there so people could have some recipes. I would like to do my clock funny because if anybody knows me, I'm late all the time. And time is kind of, being an artist, time is kind of random. I mean, I want to be on time to be polite, but to me, time is relevant, right? It's just something. I don't know. I'm not good with time, you guys, because if I'm in the mode of enjoying something, I don't want to stop what I'm enjoying to do something else. And this is probably why my kids don't go to bed until like the wee hours of the morning. Last night, here's a good example. I'll tell you a funny story. So last night I was like, I've got to go in and put the kids to bed. I love putting my kids to bed because that's the time that we chit chat so much. And I think that's why Dylan's like, no, that's not what we're supposed to do. Bedtime is to go to sleep. It might be. I don't know. It might be. In some families, that's probably right. Bedtime is a time to go to bed. But I like to talk with my kids at bedtime. See, everything's just kind of fallen to the bottom on my clock. And my arms on my clock are going to be wiggly zigzag. Because again, it's relative. And they're going to nowhere. They're going to nowhere. And my friends, I apologize over and over because you all know me. If I come to your house in normal times, I'm always late. And it drives them nuts. And I really, even when I try so hard to be on time, I'll be late. I could be completely ready an hour early and I'll still be late. It doesn't matter. Like something will happen and I'll still be late. Always. It's not an excuse. It's just what happens. So I do apologize a lot for that. It's just me. But my kids last night, we were laying in bed. And granted, they went to bed late to begin with. But we were laying in bed. And then, of course, I got on my phone. And I like to look at houses that are for sale. We aren't getting a house for sale. I wish we were, but we're not. But, I just like to look at them. I think it's fun. And Finn has taken a liking to looking at them with me. So we started looking at houses last night, and we were looking for the most expensive houses we could find. We found a house for $160 million. Oh, gosh. And then we talked about how our money could probably be better spent like feeding the poor than a $160 million house. But, to each his own. Maybe that person, if you could buy a $160 million house, you got to be helping someone somewhere, right? That's crazy. That's expensive. Anyways, so we were looking at all these houses. And before you know it, Dylan came in and he's like, what are you doing? You people need to go to bed. And I was like, we're just looking at houses. He's like, it's bedtime. I was like, all right, fine, it's bedtime. But then I didn't realize what time it was. It was after midnight, you guys. We were still up looking at houses. So, but the kids had a good time, and guess what? They fell asleep real well last night because they were happy. Does anybody else do that? Let me know in the comments. If you stay up really late with your kids, are you that family? Or are you like 8 o'clock bedtime? I need my mom time. I need my quiet time. I need my me time. I just need my time. Either one is fine, I think. Some people think I'm crazy, but that's okay. I am crazy, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm looking at my words that I wrote down in my song. I will sing. I've got that. Thank you and the heart for loving me. And I've got my coffee cup, pouring my coffee into my goodness. I don't have my rain on here. Smile. I need smile and I need some rain. All right, so we're going to just draw a raindrop. That'll look weird there. Let's draw some, maybe I'll draw a cloud. Maybe I'll do a cloud up here. Ariella drew this beautiful rainbow with clouds in her painting or her drawing today. I loved it so much. I don't know if she's going to watch this or not, but her rainbow was super cool. And when I thought of rain, I didn't even think of the rainbow as the symbol that I could draw instead of a raindrop, but I totally could have. Okay, now it looks like my cloud has eyeballs, and so I'm going to put my smile in my cloud because that is funny, and I like silly things. There we go. It's my cloud. And that kind of looks like his nose is like looking up. That's kind of cool, looking up to the heavens with the nose, the eyes, the smile. I like it. I like it. All right. So this is just how I do my church notes. Same on the weekends. Usually I have more words and less pictures because I'm not doing it with kids usually. But this one was for the kiddos today in Anna's group. So like if you didn't join me at the beginning, this I'm doing because I was teaching this in Anna Willis's homeschool sisterhood group. So if you guys are interested in that, go check her out. I'll put a link up later. Unless Anna, if you are watching, you can put a link to your group here. I don't know if it's currently open or if when it will open. This is getting pretty full. I think I just want a couple more things. So prayer. Oh, I got it right. Oh, pray. It was stop and pray. So guys, check it out. I did a stop sign with the word pray. So cool. So yeah, check out Anna's group if you are a Christian family looking for some more of that in your homeschool. It's really great. If that's your jam, we homeschool too. And she has really cool book clubs for the kids, for the adults, for the family, everything. All right, maybe I'm going to just be done with that. I've got the rain cloud. I don't want to give a tear. I don't want rain. I'm going to do that. I did the clock. I did the singing. Joy and pain, I kind of have that involved in this. The joy, the stop, the goodness. All right, and prayer leads to change. I think that's good. I think we're good. I think I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm just going to color it and see what happens. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll do, Anna did some flowers, and because I want to remember that this was from her group, I'm going to do a little flower down here. She drew some really cute little flowers because she loves nature. And so I'm going to do a little flower just as a little memory from her group this morning. That was super cool. And now I'm going to watercolor it, okay? We didn't color ours because we didn't have the time, but now I'm going to color it. So if any of those kiddos who were doing art with me this morning wants to color up and share, feel free, you guys, to share on my page. Anytime you guys create any of the projects we do or it inspires you to create a project, feel free to post it and say like, check out what I did, because that's awesome. We always like to celebrate that stuff. So I'm just going to watercolor. I could use some crayon on here and watercolor as a resist, but I'm not gonna. We're just going to paint. Is anybody else here doing art today? Let me know in the comments if you are making any sort of art for fun today. What's today? Tuesday? Oh, we have our paint party coming up on Saturday. If you guys have not seen it yet, craveartclub.com/paint parties. Our paint party this Saturday is going to be awesome. We already have people signing up for it. Here's my goal, you guys, and the only way it's going to work is if everybody tells everybody about it. And I can't say to use the SHARE word, but I would love it if you do. And we have the event on our events on our page here, okay? It's the Sunflower and Pumpkin Paint Party, and it's going to be 5 o'clock on this Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you really want to do the painting, but you're like, I'm busy at 5 o'clock on Saturday night, I won't be able to make it, so bummer, I'm missing out. Still sign up for it, because I'll leave the link up, or the video up for the replay for 1 week, okay? It'll come down the following Sunday, but it will be up for the week. So if you have time in the week to do it, you can just catch the replay. Obviously, I love when people, catch us live, and then we can all chat in the group. We're playing a little conversation starter sort of game in there right now. So if you guys want to join it, you totally can. If you are, if you have time later, like on a Tuesday that week, and you'd rather just jump on a Tuesday, that's fine. My mom, she does them a little bit slower, and she breaks it up into little bits and does it over the whole week. So she, in fact, doesn't even paint live with us usually. She'll just watch the first time, and then she paints it after that. That's not what most people do. Most people just hop on and paint it, within the 2 hours that we're painting. And the great thing about doing, if you've not done virtual painting yet, it's awesome, because you guys have your supplies at your house, and if you are a little slower, you can take more time afterwards and just finish it up and go back and rewatch the video. It's not like I'm kicking you out. Like at a paint party in person, I kick everyone out because we got to clean up. But now we don't have to do that, which is so cool. I wish I'd done virtual paint parties long, long ago, because they're really fun. So if you guys want to do that, it's craveartclub.com/paint parties. I think I'm going to grab some crayons. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm going to show you guys something cool. I'm going to grab some markers. And maybe some of the kiddos who were with me earlier will hop on and see this. I'm going to do some marker work here, and then I'm going to turn it into, I'm going to turn it into watercolor. So I'm going to do my coffee cup with brown, and this is coffee in here, but you can see I'm not doing the whole thing, okay? I'm just doing little bits of, this is like the coffee's filling at the bottom, okay? And I didn't even do the dots to fill the cup. Like up the little splashes. But I'm going to take my watercolor brush. You'll love this. I don't know. Tell me if you guys have seen this before. I've done it a few times, but I'm going to go over my Crayola markers. If anyone has an in with Crayola, I really want to be like a guest artist on the Crayola Facebook page and do a lesson on there with their products, because I love their watercolors, are my favorite, especially for the kids, and their markers are by far the best. So I'm just putting water over it, and now it totally looks like coffee. How cool is that, you guys? Mind blown, right? Super awesome. So we're just gonna go over all this marker here. What are you guys up to today? If you're hanging out, if you're working, if you're skipping work to watch this video because work's too boring, I get it. If you're taking a break from the schooling at home, let me know in the comments what you're up to when you're watching this video, or what you're supposed to be doing. This is your procrastination video. You're welcome. That's what I do all the time. I'm like, and I don't want to do that work, so what should I watch on Facebook and paint? Those are my things, right? Just need a little brain break, and that's all right. I told people, now you're procrastinating. They're like, oh shoot, I better get back to work. No, you should not. It's not as fun. Painting, you guys, here's what I've been hearing from some people who've been taking the paint parties lately, that they're not artists. First of all, everyone says, I'm not an artist. That is the number one thing. I'm not an artist, and I can barely even draw a stick figure. You don't want me to paint. Well, that's not true. You're actually my favorite kind of people. I like the people who say I can't paint, because guess what? You take a class or a couple classes with me, and your mind will change. We're not going to try to be Picasso. We're not going to try, whoa, I splashed my water there. We're not going to try to be Picasso. We're not going to try to sell our artwork. We're not going to think this has to be up in a gallery when we're doing our art, and therefore I'm not an artist because it wouldn't be in a gallery. My stuff's not in a gallery. I'm not like the most brilliant artist on the planet, but you guys, this is like therapy. It's much cheaper than therapy though. But it's like, you can relax. It's relaxation. It's a peaceful time, and it's a great skill, especially to gift your kiddos with for their future, because life gets rough, as we know, and it's just a good skill to have in your toolbox of things you can do to help calm yourself down, to get your frustrations out, to be a little more mindful about what's going on in your life. So art is really a gift, and it's not a gift as in I'm not an artist so I don't have that gift. It's a gift you give to yourself or to the people you love to try to help with coping with life, right? And enjoying life. And then maybe after you've done a few and you build up your confidence a little bit, then it can be an actual gift that you give away as a little card to somebody. You know, you don't have to, but you could. Oh, Miss Brooklyn, you're on here. Oh, I miss your family so much. How are you, Brookie? Have you been doing any of the lessons inside the Crave Art Club? Brooklyn's in the Crave Art Club. I hope you guys do some of these lessons. I see that your mom sees them all the time. But I'm hoping you guys do some of them because they're so fun. This month in the Crave Art Club, y'all, we are learning about pop art and different pop artists, and it's been so cool. I love pop art because it's bright, it's colorful. You obviously know that's kind of a jam, bright and colorful, and it's very simple shapes. So it's quick and easy enough for the kiddos to do and feel really successful. So, yay. Brookie, what are you guys doing today? You're done with school now? It's 11:30. Is it lunchtime? Are you on a break from class? Because I think it's distance learning time. Maybe you decided, you know what, we're just going to watch Miss Ash paint and say we're doing art class now, which is fantastic. I'm good. I want to be like you when I grow up. I love you. I want to be like you when I grow up. I already grew up, and that's kind of sad because I'm old now. But I want to be more like you, and that's why I love painting with the kiddos, because you guys are very inspiring, and you guys are brilliant, and you make me smile, and you're so creative. A lot of times as adults, we have a hard time trying to keep that creativity going, you know? We feel kind of stuck in a box. This pen is going to be stuck in the garbage because it's disgusting. Did you see that? I don't have another orange. Looks like I need some watercolor then. All right. Brookie, you're awesome. You're an artist already. You're fantastic. All right, I'm going to put green. I'm just going to put green in here and see what happens. What do you guys think? You could also just color this with markers. It's just, I was going to do this on a tiny piece of paper, and when I got in the group, all the kids had big paper, and I got a little jealous, and I was like, oh, I need big paper. And my watercolor pad was sitting here, so I just grabbed out some watercolor paper, and then I thought, what the heck, I might as well watercolor this. Then we ran out of time in the group. We were all sharing and having so much fun. So I'm on here coloring it up. So you guys, this is a great way to learn your work for school too. So if you're a kiddo and you're having a hard time memorizing something for school that you have to remember, or doing your spelling words, playing with them as word art is going to help you remember the information, and it's going to be beautiful when you're done. So if you're working on spelling words, just grab out a piece of paper and do them in fun letters. Turn them into an art piece, draw a picture about what they mean, and then you will remember it more. There's a whole bunch of studies done on how people retain information best. And so if you're even an adult, if you are at some sort of a meeting and it's boring as all get out, and you need to remember what they're talking about, but oh boy, you're falling asleep. Or maybe it's very exciting, but you're still worried you're going to forget some stuff. They say people who listen or read are going to remember some of it. People who write it down are going to remember even more of it. And people who draw pictures will remember the most. So even if you are, I can only draw a stick figure, that is a picture, and that is fine. You draw your stick figures, and that's okay. I draw stick figures all the time. I gave Finn a lesson in his history last month. He's learning about, what's he learning about? He's learning about the Boston Tea Party and our country, becoming a country. And then we're going to lead into the president and the elections this month and all that. But I gave him an assignment to do a flip book, and it was all, I said, just do it with stick figures. And he loved making the flip book with stick figures. We don't need to make it all fancy all the time. Just have some fun. Girl, you're making me blush. Thank you. She says, your artwork is beautiful. Well, I think your artwork's beautiful, and if you ever want to share any of your artwork in the Crave Art Club or on my page here, I would love to see what you've been creating, because that always inspires me more than me just doing my art. I get more inspired when I see you guys post your art, because you kiddos are so cool. And I miss painting with you in person so much. So you guys, this is super easy. Watercolor paper, I've got a larger round brush, and that was markers. So you don't even have to do it with what do we use? With watercolor, right? You can do it with markers. And like I said, I was doing this in Anna's group, so I have this flower down here. And the markers, like if you don't have the watercolor here, here's another thing I want to do. You guys let me know in the comments if you watch this. I was considering putting together some art kits for some kids in need, some families in need. I'm thinking I could start like a little GoFundMe or some sort of a tip jar here maybe, that all of it would go to building these like simple art kits for kiddos in need. Because I know there's a ton right now, and I know that those kiddos definitely need art right now. And I'm thinking, what if we put up like a little tip jar on my videos, and if you wanted, you could add a couple bucks, and then I'd just send that money, like I wouldn't send that money, I'd use it to go buy some art kit supplies for some kiddos, and kind of maybe meet up with the schools and find out which kids are really in need, or the refugee camps. Here in San Diego, we have a lot of refugee camps. I don't know about a lot of them, but we have a big population of refugees. And I know some people who know some people there. So I was thinking I could even bring kits to them so that they could be, you know, happy right now and enjoying a little bit more than the everyday everything going on. What do you guys think about that? Is that weird? Would that be nice to do? Are you guys like, not my thing? Let me know. Another thing I really want our Crave Art Club to eventually be able to afford to do is, you know those colorblind glasses that people who are colorblind, they can get glasses, right? There's kiddos that I even taught at the elementary school that are colorblind. And you guys know how much color means to me. It's so important and it's so fun. And I just could not imagine not seeing color my whole life. So eventually, one of my goals at the club is to be able to bring color to all of those people, and hopefully be able to afford to give away and do some surprise giveaways from the members of the Crave Art Club, from everyone here on your Creative Avenue, and gift these kiddos the ability to see color. Wouldn't that be cool? Could you imagine not being able to see color? Or let me know if you're colorblind on here. I know people that are. I just couldn't imagine, because it would be so hard for me to be colorblind. I love color so much. All right, so what color should I make this clock, Brookie? I was thinking maybe orange with a blue background. That's what I'm thinking. But since you're on here, Brooklyn, why don't you tell me what color I should paint that clock and the background? And then I'd leave my cloud white so he stands out, and I think I'd leave the goodness letters white. But I'd do maybe an orange clock and a blue, like a aqua blue background. What do you think? You let me know. There's like such a purple clock. I have a purple cup here though. Then there'd be two purples. I like the idea of purple, but I have the purple cup. What about like this burgundy purple color? Let's see what that is. It's like a pinky purple. You want me to try a pinky purple? Let me know. I was going with orange and blue because they're complementary, so the clock would really stand out against the blue. She changed it to orange. Okay, I'm gonna do the orange. And do you still think, because of the purple cup, right? I love that purple's a great color, but I have it right there. All right, so we'll put some orange on here and see what happens. I like the orange. I wish I had my orange marker. I just cleaned up my area here. If you can tell, you probably can't tell because it still looks like a disaster. But it's a good thing you can only see this much of my table, because beyond the frame, it's a hot mess, you guys. But that's okay. That's okay. That's how an artist works. That's what all the kids are going to say now to their parents. Mom, my mess is okay because that's how an artist works. Miss Ashley said so. Sorry, moms. Yeah, it's just such a mess. And so I was trying to kind of clean out some of my supplies, and I cleaned out my markers and put some back in the kids' room because we had them all out here. And then that made it like, so I have only this garbage orange. See this? That's busted. It's dead. Ugh, gross. So that's going in the garbage. I don't see another orange. I have 18 yellows. I literally have about 8 yellows in the bucket. Did you see that? Look at this. Look at this. I have all these yellows. There's more hidden under there. And no orange, you guys. How silly. All right, blue background. Do we think maybe this turquoisey background? I think so. Now I have to decide, do I want it blue? That's such a pretty color. This is everyone's favorite color. When I was a teacher at the elementary school, when I wasn't a teacher, but I taught art. So that's kind of a teacher. But I'm not going to say I was a teacher because those teachers are doing amazing, amazing tons of things right now, and I just feel for them so much. Life as a teacher right now has got to be one of the hardest jobs on the planet at the moment, I think, because they're having to learn an entirely new thing and have all these parents that are like, what's up? I'm not sure how this is going, and they're all stressed out, and it's just a lot. So say an extra prayer, since we're painting around the word pray, say an extra prayer for the teachers today, because they need it, guaranteed. Brookie, did you like how the orange turned out on that? I think you'll like it, especially once we get this blue around it. But I'm not going to go near it right now because it's got to dry first. Otherwise, we'll just make a big mucky blob of mix of color. So there we go. This is a cool blue. This was all the kids' favorite blue. We had run out of this blue all the time. But these Crayola watercolors are by far my favorite. The colors are vibrant, you can see. Their markers are super vibrant when you turn them into watercolor too. And they last a long time. They go a long way. A lot of times the kids tend to swoosh around in the watercolor forever. And they're like, I need more, I need more. And a lot of times with different brands, they do need more. But with Crayola, you don't. With especially this 24-pack, if you are interested in these, we have, I think, a link on our website, craveartclub.com/supplies. But they've been in and out on Amazon. So you can get them at Michael's with a coupon. You can get them at Walmart for like $5 and Target for $5. We just bought out Target. Target was having a hard time with them as well during quarantine. You know, everybody's sold out of art supplies, which is good because that means more people are making art projects. So you guys could totally do something like this and give it to your friends. Could you imagine if you just like made one of these up and then put it in the mailbox and sent it to a friend and just surprised them, or dropped it off on their porch, just thinking about you, you know, that'd be super cool. So let's see, we're gonna go right around here, and then when we finish this up, we'll be all done. We just have this color to go. So if you guys are wanting to do any art with your family, that's where we have the Crave Art Club. And the whole goal is just to connect families with each other and your family unit within itself through art projects. We do 3 or 4 of them every month, and then we have a bonus. Brooklyn, guess what? Finn is going to be our guest artist in the club this month for our bonus. He wanted to teach a lesson, and since I'm trying to inspire more kiddos to do art, what better way than let Finn give us a lesson, right? So he is going to teach us all about doing pop art in Procreate, which is an app. Some of us may or may not have it, but it's an app on like the iPad or the phone, and he's loving it. Boston's loving it. They actually both just created these really cool animal reports in Procreate, and they had an awesome time doing them. They created them in Procreate and then put them into Adobe Creative Cloud or something like that, and they made like cartoons. They made their own little cartoons. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I should post it in the Crave Art Club so you guys can see it. It was so cool, and we're hoping to find some sort of a contact with the zoo and see if they'd be interested in having the kids make some videos to inspire more kids to help save animals. So we'll see. I gotta hit up some zoo contacts. If anyone knows of any, let me know. Or anyone with any sort of wildlife conservation. That's Boston's thing. He really wants to help save the wildlife. So he's 11. It's never too early to start is what I tell my kids. And it's also never too late to start. So maybe we'll get that going. That would be super cool. My issue is that I usually have too many ideas and I can't focus on just the one I'm supposed to be working on. I'm doing 18 of them at one time. Does anybody else have that issue? Just doing like too many at one time? Look at that. It's almost done, you guys. This is awesome. So I just use this one brush for absolutely pretty much everything. I use that skinny brush for the letters, for goodness, which was just a tiny round brush. And then this big round brush for everything else, and we're done. Look at that. Again, you guys, this was inspired by Anna Willis's group, the Homeschool Sisterhood. So if you're looking for any sort of faith-based homeschooling activities and group to belong to, Anna's group is awesome. Check her out at Homeschool Sisterhood. And she's here on Facebook as well. And but her group is moving off of Facebook, and it's in a separate group. It's a Teachable group. So Teachable, I think it's called. So she has that so that you don't have to be on Facebook. Crave Art Club, currently mostly on Facebook. We also are on our website. So if you don't have Facebook, you could get most of our lessons on our website. Or if you don't want your kiddos on Facebook, we're in a private group, so it's very safe and private. But you could get most of our lessons on the website if you are a member, or you can join. It's just $25 for the month for your entire family. So if you have 3 kids that love to do art, or 1 kid that loves to do art, it's just 25 bucks. And it's fun for the parents as well. Okay, cool. I cleaned up my space. This is just a cutting board, easy to clean up. And there we have it, friends. Sharpie and watercolor. I'm going to take you back up to the top. Brookie, I hope you had fun. Good to see you pop on here. I can't wait to see what you're creating in the club because you are a member of the club. So awesome. And share some pictures in the club of what y'all are making over there, you and your family. All right, friends. God bless you. If you are interested in this weekend's paint party, like I said, I would love 100 people. 100. And that's huge because right now we have like a handful. But the only way to get to 100 is if you guys sprinkle the event out to people and you message people and you let people know, because Facebook doesn't like us to say that sort of stuff. So I can't tell you to share it, but if you are so inclined, it would be helpful. And then you can get your friends to come paint with you. So that would be awesome, okay? We did our black and white pumpkin 2 weeks ago here, and last weekend we did our haunted house, and this weekend we're going to do a big pumpkin with sunflowers, and it's going to be super cool. So that's this Saturday at 5 Pacific time if you guys want to paint. Kids are welcome, adults are welcome, whatever. It's in the evening, so don't worry, nobody's going to see you. It's not in a Zoom, it's in a Facebook Live in our private pop-up group. So everyone kind of gets to do their own thing, and you can ask questions. I will give you as much help as I can give you, and you'll just see me. So you guys could be in jammies and all amuck if you want. It's all good. I will try to look appropriate, I guess. All right, friends. God bless you. Have fun. And if you guys decide to do any fun word art and watercolor it or color it with markers or not even color it, then give us a little share of it here. Oh, I said that word. I hope it doesn't get mad at me. But just post it so that we can see it and we can cheer you on and tell you how awesome you are for doing it. All right, friends. Brookie, have a great rest of your school day, and I will see you all later. Have fun, friends. Bye.